Welcome to the Bayou Country Music Association show, brought to you in part by our partners, Southern Sound Outfitters. Today's guest is a very special one. He is not a stranger to the show. He's coming back for round two, Mr. CJ Solar, a good buddy of mine. How's it going, CJ?
What's going on, dog? Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. We did an interview with you several months back, right when you was about to release your EP in April, and we had the Songwriter Festival and all that was going on, and just a bunch of great stuff. Fast forward, man, from then to now, we had a grand old time down there at the Songwriter Festival. The EP's been doing pretty damn good, and Airplane's been on our top 30, just riding out the waves, man. So. That's a great song and a great I don't know, man. It's just one of them songs that don't get old.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, Airplane's done. It was really cool. We ended up getting top 15 on the Music Row chart with that song, which was really, really cool. It was the highest charting independent artist.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
So that was
and you
crazy.
It was on the Iceman's top 40 for a while, I know, and he's very, he's the one for putting people on to the up and comers in Nashville, man. So that must have been an honor to be on that chart, and then featured on like a Music Row chart, and then with obviously you're a gifted songwriter. It's just a plus that you can sing. So with all these songs that you had a hand in with in 2018, man. I mean, we talked last time. You wrote a few songs for some Texas guys with Kyle Park, with The Heaven, and had a hand in writing one for Mike Ryan, and you also had a hand in writing a song that it has on the verge of breaking #1 on the Billboard charts, and that's Up Down by Morgan Wallen redid that with the boys of Florida Georgia Line, and that's just one of them summertime anthems, man. And who did you write that song with?
I wrote that with Michael Hardy and Brad Clausen.
Awesome.
Two good buddies, and Michael has been a great friend for the past couple years, and we both got our first publishing deals right at the exact same time. And when you sign your first publishing deal, they hook up a lot of the new people together just to try to get you to find other new people that maybe you hit it off with. We started writing, and we wrote a Tall Boy song together, and Just Another Day in the Country, and Now American Girls. So we've written like freaking 100 songs together, and he's a super talented dude. He's got a bunch of other songs on Morgan Wallen's album that
it's a great album.
Writing with Morgan. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So that's a great album, man. I really like that album. Morgan's album is pretty killer.
He actually wrote the new Florida Georgia Line single, Simple, with the FGL guys too. So Michael's really taken off.
Cool.
But yeah, man. So Up Down's it's been really crazy, and we're keeping the fingers crossed that we'll end up getting a big old Billboard media base.
Yeah, man, I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for it all day, man. It's right up there. You can only blame Florida Georgia Line because they have about 5 songs in that spot that's going in and out, and those guys are extremely talented. They're about to drop some new music, and of course Morgan dropped his new album, which I think is just awesome. And I mean, let's talk about you, man. Your EP, you dropped it in April, and we kind of went over some of the songs, and I mean, we mentioned Airplane's been doing damn good on our charts, man. And the EP is titled Hell No, and that was the title track of this 5-song EP. And you got a new single going to be cut soon from the EP, right?
Yeah, man. The first track on a song called American Girls that I wrote with Michael, another buddy Jake Mitchell, and the three of us write all the time. And we got hooked up because Michael Hobby from 1,000 Horses was digging what we were doing, so he's in on that song too. We wrote that, the 4 of us, but 1,000 Horses ended up not cutting it, and I was like,
that's crazy.
I love this song for me. I want to do it. I want to do it. So kind of a blessing they ended up not doing it, and I think we're about to shoot a music video for that in the next couple of weeks, and
It has a great sound. Great sound, man. A great summer song. I think it's going to do very well. We'll put it. Make sure you can copy a link to it, man, and publish it with this interview and the links to the single, man. I have high hopes, brother. I mean, obviously the summer's not over. Up downs still up there. You surround yourself with a lot of great, songwriters, and just on our chart, man, I could go through a list and be like, yeah, CJ knows this guy. CJ knows, you brought Brent Anderson and Clinton Daniels down, and Smith and all those guys, and just great songwriters, man. And that their songs, I was pumped about Clinton and them song with She Ain't In It, with John Party cut, a great song that got some good chart climbing stuff, and it's just Brent, of course, amazing songwriter, putting out that Cole Swindell cut, Somebody's Been Drinking, and the Mike Ryan single, The Rewrite, and I mean, all these guys, man, and the one I love the most, I have to say, I've just picked is Missing One, that Jamerson Rogers cut. Man, I love that song. I've been trying to get a hold of Jamerson and his people, man, to get him on the show, but I love that song, man, and I love.
It's a great song, yeah.
It was great to.
Jameson's so cool.
Yeah, it was great to see the guys behind the scenes, the songwriters, man, the ones that make it happen for that Songwriters Festival in Baton Rouge. It was a great time, So if you're ever in Baton Rouge in April, definitely look that up. The 3rd Street Songwriter Festival. Miss Kay, CJ's mom, puts on a heck of a job. The whole venue's just awesome. So definitely.
Man, we're starting to get everything put together for next year, so we're trying to figure out our headliners and whatnot, but we're really excited. It's always a fun time, and I bring a ton of really talented guys from Nashville down, and then there's so many talented people in Louisiana that come play, and we get people from all over the country that end up coming and playing at it, because you can submit online to play at it, and then there's so many talented people from Louisiana and Nashville that it's really cool for them to get to come back home and get to play it too. So we have it just keeps getting better and better.
And last we spoke. I mean, you had a show at the Texas Club in Baton Rouge, EP release show, and you performed all the songs on the EP and kind of had a going out in style type of show. I seen recently, man, you got another show lined up at the Texas Club in August, correct?
Yeah, man. So we're just about to announce it. We haven't even announced it yet, but I think Mark might have just thrown it up on their website, but it's just, we just picked a date. I think it's August
31st.
Yeah. So, man, we are super pumped. College will be back in, so hopefully we can get a bunch of college people coming up, and all our other friends and family and fans and stuff. And so always great to be back at the Texas Club.
It's a great venue.
On the ground. It's a legendary place. So many amazing people play. So really fortunate to get to play there. And man, hopefully we get some good crowd out again.
So when are you gonna release a single, "American Girls" for country radio? It's coming soon?
It's in the next few weeks. Yeah, I just started working with a new manager, so we're really figuring a lot of that stuff out right now. But it's going to be pretty soon. I mean, for the people that just want to listen to it, I mean, it's on the EP, so it's
you can check it out.
But we'll be shipping it to radio here in the next few weeks, and so we're working on stuff for that now. Seeing a lot of work, all that stuff. But it's really exciting.
Awesome, man. I mean, I look forward to hearing it and getting it requested, man, on the local radio stations in Baton Rouge area and Louisiana area and all that, brother. I mean, it's I think it's gonna do good for summertime song, man. And I'm pumped to say, I know CJ. I met him through this crazy venue of Bayou Country, and we ended up meeting at the Songwriters Festival, man. And heck of a talent, brother. And I wish nothing but the best for you, so I always get to tell people, I know the guy that wrote Up Down. And they always like, what you mean, Morgan Wall? I'm like, no, man, you know, I gotta give credit where credit's due, bro. I'm a lyric nerd myself, and I love to hear the stories behind the songs and stuff, man. And you know, the production behind. Now, the EP, did you have a hand in producing it, or just strictly doing the music and the writing? And
yeah, so Brent and I co-produced my EP. So I played electric guitar on it. Brent played acoustic. We surrounded ourselves with a bunch of other amazing players, and you know, I picked the songs out. And, him and Chris Dubois, who Chris is one of the owners at Seagal, kind of helped me pick the songs, and you know, we just got a great band, cut all the stuff in one day, released all the music, cut the vocals that same week, and you know, it's always fun getting to go into the studio and bring these songs to life. You know, we get to do it when we demo the songs, but you know, when we're making a record, obviously the big guys take as much time as they want. I try to be a little bit budget conscious, but
it takes money, man.
It's really fun to get to spend. We got to spend the whole day, you know, tracking 5 songs, which to me was more than enough time. It was a blast, and yeah, man, it's just really exciting to always get in the studio. Brent is such a freaking talented dude.
Oh, without doubt.
I always tell people he's the most talented person I know in Nashville, and know a lot of people. So
Brent Anderson being the one he's speaking of, man, and talented, extremely talented guy. And
Brent put out well, he used to be on Sony Records as an artist, amazing artist, and he had a couple songs that they put out, and then he just put out a more songwriter style record, but it's like full of hits. But he put that out maybe a year ago, so I mean that would definitely be something to check out.
Didn't he had a hand in producing Chris Jansen's album, right?
Yeah, so he's co-produced the last 2, and he's doing this new one again. I know they're writing and recording stuff for it right now, so I know Brent's really excited about that. And yeah, such a talented dude, and you know, he wrote Lonely and I for Blake Shelton. Him and Smith wrote, and Mike Ryan, the three of them wrote with Brad that last time for Everything that Brad had a single. And I mean, Brent's got like, if you go look at he's got like over 40 major label cuts. I mean, a lot of them by super huge artists that you're gonna know. And, even if they weren't singles, they're like freaking best damn songs on those albums. On those albums, they're such great songs. I mean, Brent doesn't write bad songs, so I mean, and everybody does. But Brent, I mean,
he's a talent.
I've never heard a song from Brent where I went, that sucks. You know, it's always like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just crazy. So Brent's a freak of nature, but yeah, so really lucky to have him get to help me produce those EPs. And
man, I mentioned Chris Jansen to plug him, man. You doing some shows on the road with Chris?
Yeah, I'm opening for him tonight up in Delaware. So you know, that was kind of just last minute this week. But you know, with Brent used to be my roommate too for a couple years, and whenever they were doing that first Jansen record, we were living together, and Chris recorded, Buy Me a Boat and all that stuff, and he actually recorded a bunch of a couple of the vocals on that record, and all the harmonicas on that album he recorded at my house, and he actually played my harmonicas. Wow. So that was pretty crazy. Yeah, but so I know Chris a little bit, and he's a great dude and
super talented,
unbelievably talented too. So I'm really excited. This is gonna be the first show we're getting to play with him, but hopefully we'll get us a couple more, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, we always tag the links in the published, you know, podcasts of all the. Obviously, CJ has his own website. You go follow CJ Solar. Is it CJ Solar Music or just CJSolar.com?
Just CJSolar.com.
CJSolar.com, man. You go follow that. You can check out all his shows and stuff, and all his music, all his merchandise. You got some badass merchandise. Go check that out. And I always tag links to all the social media so you can keep up with CJ's crazy Nashville life. You know, the man's he's just writing songs and putting out number ones. You know, just pretty much. I mean, following the footsteps of Clint Daniels and Brent Anderson. I mean, you can't go too far off from the path, man.
I just feel lucky to be doing it, and you know, I mean, it's a lot of hard work. I know, you know, all my buddies that went to high school are like, man, you just like hang out, write songs, and
yeah,
you know, sleep in.
It's all fairy tales.
Those things sometimes, but you know, definitely not. You know, it's definitely not just a bunch of roses and butterflies. It's definitely it's a lot of hard work, but you know, I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, we don't want to see you do anything else, man. I mean, you probably could do some. You probably could get in a biker gang or something with your rugged look, but we're gonna keep you on the music genre, man, and just steady pumping out some hits and representing for the Bayou State, man. And I mean, I know you mentioned it's not a easy game. Everybody thinks, you know, for you songwriters and you people up in Nashville, man. I got several friends from out of state, other states that are, you know, in Nashville and writing songs, man, and come from all over. Really, Dawson Edwards, Brian Frazier, and Dawson's with BMG Nashville, and you know, writing songs every day, man, for up in big time names. You know, him and Brian actually got 2 or 3 cuts with Joe Fortner on his EP, an amazing EP. Stereotype, you know, but even they mentioned, man, it's not all just fun and games. It's a lot of hard work that goes in it, and a lot of money that goes into it, man. It takes a lot of money to produce these records and get the backing and do all that, man. So do like I say, man, just if you support independent artists, and I'm gonna call you independent artists. I know you were Seagal and all, but I'm pretty much
an independent company, you know.
Yeah, independent company.
Record company by any means.
So you go and buy the music, go buy some merch, go buy some tickets, man, because that goes towards these artists is bank, man, to where they can produce some great new stuff for us. So I definitely promote that. Can't even describe it enough, man. You go, you know, support the independent artists, buy their stuff, man. As simple as that.
Yeah, bro.
So, man, I mean, obviously, you got big things towards the end of this year. You got, you know, this new single about to pop off on country radio. You got Up and Down, who's lingering at #1 song. You know, you got all this good, you know, a lot of good things going, man. So, if you could have just one, I'm just going to take it into a ludicrous state and say, if you had one collaboration with anybody on a song, writing or producing or whatever, it could be anybody in the genre, anybody in the music world, just out the box, who would it be?
Oh man, that's so hard. I have so many good people. One person, man. Shoot, I don't even know, man. So many names come to mind. That's hard to pick. I mean, you know, I'm thinking, do I go with some old guys? Do I go with the new people?
Man, it's your world, brother. Your world. We just living in it, man.
Oh man, I don't know. You know, one of the first people that came to church, mine was Eric Church. I'm a huge Eric Church fan, so that'd be cool to get to work on a song with him one day. But you know, there's a ton of people on that list. I mean, I'm a big Creedence Clearwater fan. John Fogerty's still out there making great music. You know, it's like there's amazing stuff.
I'm gonna be bewildered. I picked you to mention Skynyrd, man. I know you got to perform with them.
I love Skynyrd too, and they were definitely on my bucket list of people. And actually, I don't know if you know, I can't remember if I told you, but we're opening for Skynyrd next weekend in North Carolina for 2 shows.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's kind of what I was leading into. This man, he's living dreams. He's living dreams, man.
Well, it's pretty crazy how we're getting to do that. And that's really on my bucket list. And those guys are so cool. We got to do a private event with them out in DC a couple weeks back, and they were super cool. And you know, we're really excited to, you know, it was a private event for Zaxby's, and Zaxby's was awesome and treated us great, and they have a lot of their kind of employees and operations people out there. But this is going to be really different because that was about 600 people, and this is going to be like 20,000 people. So
yeah, this is going to be. I just walk on the stage and just get on the mic and say, still rolling around with a burnt CD, Free Bird, 5 minutes deep, head bobbing up, down, and just see what the crowd does, man.
I'm going to definitely have to do that.
Man, that's some lyrics that go just along with a great song. I mean, you can't go wrong with Skinner, man. I mean, rock and roll.
Definitely not. I mean, they're pretty much my favorite band of all time, so.
If you didn't play Freebird, in your head or on Guitar Hero as a child growing up, then you just had a poor childhood, man. I just feel, honestly.
It's pretty much the coolest guitar solo of all time.
Oh yeah.
Just one of the best songs ever, and it's like I think on one of those best rock and roll songs ever. It's like Freebird, Stairway to Heaven, and like one or two other songs. It's right up there with the greatest songs ever. So it's really cool.
Definitely, man.
And definitely don't take that opportunity lightly.
Let's take a look at your music listening as of right now on your phone or whatever you listen to music on. What are the last 3 songs, no matter what genre, no matter what artist? What's the last 3 songs you listen to?
Oh man, well I just listened to it this morning, but I got a cut on these guys from Canada called Cold Creek County, and they just put out a song Michael, Jake, and I wrote called Michael Hardy and Jake Mitchell called Money, and they just put out a new version that's going to be their single. It's featuring Mitchell Tenpenny, which is really cool. He's a new guy in Nashville, and he's freaking amazing. So that's really cool that they're singling that. It's cool because Uptown technically just went #1 in Canada this past week. So hopefully these Cold Creek County boys will take our song Money to the old #1 slot up there too. So it'd be cool to have a couple #1s in Canada. But it's just. Past that, I guess I could try to pull up my Spotify here, but
what's some songs or some artists that you're really digging in the scene right now? Just up and comers, or they could be in Nashville, they could be anywhere. I know you.
In Nashville, I got a lot of amazing buddies too. Obviously Jameson Rogers is awesome.
You get with him, man, and you let him know that we want him on the show, man, because that song is the longest charting song on our Spotify charts with Missing One. Been on it since day one. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, well, Jameson's a beast. I got a buddy, Hunter Phelps, who's putting out great music. Travis Denning, who's amazing. He's got a ton of big cuts, and he's got a single out. He's actually on a new artist on Universal Records right now, so he's freaking killing it as a brand new artist. But I'm trying to think what else I got. What have I been listening to?
Man, I'll tell you one I've been listening to. I seen they were featured on Whiskey Jam last night. That's Southern Justice duo.
Yeah.
Man, they got some great stuff. They was on our charts with Beer Wears Off, and then now they have another song on there called Better Off, and it's basically talking about that dress a little better off. There's some talented guys, man, and some up and comers, and definitely worth a look for anybody looking for some new music out there. You check our spot. See, CJ was supposed to plug the Spotify playlist, but he completely failed. But you go check out the Bayou Country Music Association on Spotify. We have a top 30 playlist. We update weekly of independent artists from all over, man. Texas, Louisiana, all over the country, and try to keep that updated and fresh, man. And got some great names on there. Obviously CJ, you got Mike Ryan, you got Jameson Rogers, you got Joe Fortner, you got the list goes on and on. Cody Johnson, Kyle Porks, just on and on and on, man. Some great artists. Jacob Bryant, who I had the pleasure of interviewing yesterday, and you check that interview out with his interview for his newest single, Winning Pour Whiskey on My Grave, man. That song's been doing great on our
I'll
charts.
have to check that one out too.
Yeah, and he's got some new stuff coming soon too next month. Man, I'll take time right now to thank my partners and sponsors. That we've come a long way since we did an interview last with CJ, and we've had a lot of great organizations back us. And I mentioned Southern Sound Outfitters at the top of the show. Great organization, veteran-owned organization. They support a lot of up-and-coming Texas musicians. So be sure to check out their website at southernsoundoutfittersllc.com. Check out their merchandise. They got some fresh merchandise, some apparel, and also, like I said, they back some great artists. So check them out. Going on the lines of apparel, I got my buddy Corey Adams with Swamp Assassin, Baton Rouge guy. I mean, he's turned that brand into something, amazing for all you outdoorsmen. So check out Swamp Assassin. They're having a hat sale this week. You enter the code HATWEEK20 at checkout and get 20% off all headwear hats in stock on the website, man. And I don't know, how hot it is where you at, CJ, but it's damn hot down here in Louisiana, man.
I know it is.
And
I actually had to put on a freaking long sleeve shirt last night up here in New York. Got a little chilly for
wow.
what I'm used to.
I promise.
Like, man, this is the best weather. I'm like, I think it was only like in the 60s. But
Yeah.
it's like, man, this is cold.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it feels cold right now. My arms are freezing.
It's summertime for sure, man, down here, and you need a good ice chest to carry your beverages to all these great shows that they got going on. Man, look no further than locally owned Swamp Gear. Check them out at swampshop.com. They have some roto-molded ice chests that'll make you look twice, man. Some real durable, nice, integrated features in these ice chests. Local owned business out of Orneville, Louisiana. Check them out at swampshop.com. Fully stocked, they do custom engravings, all that. Tell them we sent y'all down there. And a big one is Cowboys, man. The trifecta, I call them. The Arena and Nightclub and the Western Store. They support us, and they have some great live music that goes through there every weekend, man. And next weekend they got a big show coming up with a few Nashville boys, Brian Frazier and Dawson Edwards. They'll be coming down and playing with local Nate Rogers, up and comer. So that's going to be a hell of a show. And then later on in July, they got tickets right now on sale for Sam Riggs. He'll be coming down July 20th and playing with Ashton Dupre, a local guy. So check out those tickets for sure on their website, man. And in August, they got some even bigger names coming. Randall King, who's been blowing up country music with his traditional country sound, man. He's just blowing it up. He'll be playing there in August alongside Casey Pivto. And let's see, the next weekend they will have the 25th. Let me see. Yep, they're gonna have Jacob Bryant, the Georgia native that I got to interview yesterday. He'll be performing in Clay Cormier and the Highway Boys. There are some regulars down there at the Texas Club. They opened for Tracy Lawrence a few times. Clay's a hell of a musician, and they put on a hell of a show. So those are up and coming shows, man. And organizations I'd like to thank, man. I mentioned we're officially in the Texas Country Music Association. It's an honor to be a part of that organization. So definitely check those guys out. Join them if you're in the music industry and be a member of that, man. And also thanks to southernmusicscene.com. They do some great things for the Texas music scene, and as well as Texas Music Pickers. They have a Spotify playlist as well, and I know they do a lot of things for the Texas scene, man. And really, we're just trying to bridge a gap, man, and make that bridge for the Louisiana guys and everybody around Texas and the East states. There's talent everywhere down here. We're just trying to promote it, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say thanks for, man. I mean, I also want to say thanks to a non-official partner, and that's Red Barn Music out of Kinder, Louisiana. They're producing some pretty damn good artists in Louisiana right now, and check them out and all their artists on redbarnmusic.com. And that's all I got to mention as far as those guys. Is I'm gonna give CJ the floor if he has any any kind of shout outs, or maybe we're gonna tell Miss K hi Miss K.
Yeah, man, I mean, I always gotta tell Mom hey, but yeah, dude, I mean, I don't think I got anything like that, but I mean, I'm just rocking and rolling. I mean, there's so much good music out there. It's hard to even find.
It's awesome.
Hard to even find your way through it, but you know, I mean, I'm just lucky to be, you know, making music and
doing what you love, man.
Yeah, man.
And doing a pretty damn good job at it, man.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it, and thank you again for having me.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all be sure and check out cjsolar.com for all of his shows, his music, his news. Check out, I'll put links to all the social media, and check out our Spotify Top 30. You know, CJ's on there, and some of his friends are on there. It's definitely nothing but good stuff. So check that out if you guys haven't followed us on Spotify or any of the artists, man. Just support them. You know, buy some stuff. Go check out some merch. I got me a CJ shirt, man. I like to wear that to the store. You know, when I
Appreciate that, bro.
go to Winn-Dixie and get some bread or something. You know, got a rep, man. But yeah, man, and y'all be sure to look up the 3rd Street Songwriter Festival. I know they got a whiles before they have everything going, but now's the time when they're getting everything ready. And if you want to be a part of that awesome festival, man, we'll be sure and tag a link to that. And CJ, man, we wish you nothing but the best, brother. You're always welcome back here to the show to promote anything, man. I don't care if it's your cousin's birthday party. You just let me know.
Well, I appreciate it, dude, and it's always a blast.
Yes, sir. And from everybody here with Bayou Country Music Association, I thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time on the Bayou Country Music Association show.